Hi, my lovely crochet friends. I hope you guys have been well. I have to admit, I haven't been my best. One being having a lot of inflammation in my hands. So as you can tell today, I wanted to share a much needed product for me with you guys. We are gonna test this out together and see how it goes. But I am very grateful to Yarn as a Second Language. The team reached out to me to see how I like some of their brand new hooks, probably not even knowing that I really have a lot of inflammation and inflammation flares, especially in my hands, which has caused me to only complete 2 projects this year. So I'm hoping that these ergonomical hooks that are handcrafted by Yarn as a Second Language can really help me out with my inflammation this year so I can get back. I haven't really lost my Crojo, you guys. My hands just won't, I guess they just need a rest. So let's hop into this wonderful package of yarn meal. Now I have already broken down the packaging and to make it easier for myself handling it. And I have put the beautiful hooks back unpackaged. They were in beautiful iridescent packaging, but put the hooks back in the bag just to keep them together so that you guys can see how lovely they are. They're so lovely. And friends, I just want to add that if you are interested in purchasing hooks from Yarn as a Second Language, you can get 10% off using my discount code Naughty10. When you add that to your cart, I will receive a kickback from your purchase, so thank you in advance. But I really do hope you enjoy these hooks as much as I do. And so the first one that I want to start with today, this may be my favorite. Let's see, my favorite aesthetically, and this is the Sonnet. And I'm really looking forward. I already see how my hand is going to open up. I'm very excited to work with this 5mm hook. Yes, I'm getting away from making socks because it requires smaller hooks. Y'all, I'm talking 2 millimeter, 2.5, 3. My hand really needs a break from that. So I'll be working up more projects in larger sizes. And that's beauty. Now, I do have to say the hooks seem to be a hybrid of Susan Bates and Boy, and then sometimes they look almost exactly like either or. So I'm very particular about what type of yarn that I'll use with each hook because the performance is just so much better, and I hate fighting with yarn and project, you know. So I am looking forward to working with less splitty yarn with this hook head, so fewer plies. This is just gorgeous. This is so dreamy. So it looks like there's some acrylic in the middle. The finish is so smooth. I'm not sure if you see that shine, like that lacquer that's on it, but this is a gorgeous hook. Oh, makes you just want to crochet just looking at it. It's so pretty. But that's another 5mm hook. Now the next hook that we have is called the Metaphor. It's called the Metaphor. Again, I mentioned those hybrid heads on them, and I think like handle wise, this is really gonna offer a lot of relief. This is and I work with a 4-point hook probably for almost all my 5mm that call for 5mm crochet projects. So I know I'm gonna use this a lot because this is sort of my sweet spot, that 4.5mm hook. Oh, these are just so nicely crafted, and the wood is really pretty. This next hook, this is pretty. This is called, I really like this color wood. This is called the Pronoun. It too has more, it's like a Susan Bates type of throat, a little bit of a boy look to the head of the hook. But this is a 5mm hook. Oh, I'm not sure of the type of wood that it is, but it's beautiful. Oh, it feels so good in my hand. Now this is really interesting. I have not worked with a hook that was metal and wood, but this seems to be like a boy head, and it's labeled for 4mm. And this is, look, I just love how the inscription is so smooth in this wood. And it feels great. Once again, this is on the smaller side, but I tend to prefer yarns that need a 4mm hook. So this should help me a whole lot, and using some of my favorite yarns and still be able to enjoy opening up that space in my hand with crochet. Oh, what a beauty. I believe this is the pun. This is so pretty. Again, we kind of have a Susan Bates type of head, so I wouldn't want to split a yarn with this one. And I'm thinking the hook size must be a 5mm. It's what it's looking like. This is gorgeous. How pretty. Very pretty. And then lastly, we have the 10mm hook. This chunky boy feels really good. This is good. This thickness, I like this. I am planning on making some cows this year, maybe to gift. I find them to be maybe better gifts sometimes than hats. Usually when I make hat or beanie, I don't really see people wear them much, but I have noticed that people like cows, especially ones that are long enough, kind of pull over their head. So I'll probably gift a lot of cows using this 10mm hook, and it feels like it's gonna really open up my hand. I really like this, and it's so smooth. And I have to say this about all the hooks, the finish is just so smooth. I have worked with hooks that do snag some. Another thing, I don't know if you've worked or used or care for wooden hooks much, but I typically don't. And usually it's because somewhere in here it's just too thin, and I've snapped the head, snapped the necks of lots of wooden hooks. So if you see my previous videos, you notice that I mainly work with acrylic or metal hooks, but these have some, they're very sturdy. I feel very secure in using these hooks. Now, another thing that I notice is it's the same size all the way down. And sometimes with some of the other wooden hooks that I like resold, honestly, after I bought them, that was a challenge using them, because the neck would be different sizes, but these are not. It's the same all the way. So you're gonna have a consistent crochet experience in stitches, because the necks are, it's even all the way down and consistent. Oh, those are so pretty. Well, we got time to spare. What I did, I'll show you this first, is I still have not blocked this lovely shawl that I made last year, but because I finished it when it was really cold outside. So I thought, with some extra yarn that I had, I didn't have a project for this one. Actually, I was repurposing this yarn because the project that I intended for it didn't work out. I thought this would be a great opportunity. This is a DK weight yarn to work with the new hooks. And I really do want another shawl like this. And so this is, it's my, I guess you can say, pattern. And it's mainly just granny squares. And then we just do a switch up to give some texture here. Just double crochets and a few double crochets in the front loop, and just repeat the pattern until you get to the bottom. So hopefully I have enough yarn to work this out very well, but I definitely want to start so you guys can get an idea of how this will work up. So I'm thinking, because that yarn before is slightly different, I'm thinking I would like to work with like a 4.5mm hook and possibly a boy in resemblance, because this is going to be a split yarn. Let's see, 5mm boy type of head on the hook. Do a slip knot, and we're going to start with actually no slip knot. Let's do a magic circle. Let's do a magic circle. Kind of messy, but we'll get it going. Oh, wow. I tend to lead my work with my finger, like my pointer finger, but this is so long and so sturdy, I don't have to keep inching my finger up. Wow. So my hand is a lot more relaxed than it normally is. And I like that. I really do. Now let's see, how's the size working up? I don't know yet. I may need to go down a size. It just depends on the look that I want. Do I want it to be kind of chunky or tight? Let's see. Well, I'm not liking this size with the stitch definition, so I need to go down maybe 2 sizes. Y'all know I like those tight stitches. Okay, let's give the 4.0 a chance. And it is called the noun. Let's give the noun a chance. Yeah, I needed a smaller size to achieve the look I wanted. I didn't want so much bulk. Oh, this is lovely. And my hand feels great. There's no, oop, now that was my fault. There's no stress. There's no strain. And that's a great example of why I typically like the boy hook head with higher ply yarn or yarn with several plies. I prefer the size of hooks that allow me not to have to use my pointer finger stretching it out. Because see how relaxed my hand is? It's just small movements, very open. This helps so much. This just came at a perfect time because I really haven't been able to work on projects like I'd like to. Okay, y'all give me a minute to work it up a little bit more, but as you can see how nice the definition of these stitches are. It's just the little things that make me so excited. Give me a little time to work this up a little more. Got a lot of fuzz on this. And I'll meet you back here in just a second. Well, y'all, and it's a pretty green yarn. I have to say the noun worked this up very, very nicely. Let me get it in focus for you. This was one of the, I think it's K&C yarns from Joann. It's really not a deep stash. I got this just a little while before the store closed. So it's, y'all, that's still very fresh for me. But R.I.P. Joann. So I want to show you the beautiful stitch definition with this multiply yarn. How many do you think this is? We got 1, maybe 6 or 8. ply. I really don't want to unravel it too much, but my hand feels great. That's the biggest thing. My hand feels great. I finished the first section. I just have to work into the next. I am loving the stitch definition, no pain. I think that took me maybe 15, 20 minutes to work up. That sounds about right. Everything feels good, but I'm still gonna pace myself. I still don't want to overdo it. But I hope this tutorial has been, was this a tutorial? Review. I hope this review, I guess it kind of is a review tutorial. I don't know. Let me know if you want to see, I guess I could start another one, and if you would like to see how to make, let me grab it real quick, how to make this lovely shawl. It's a triangle shawl. I have no name for it. It seriously needs to be blocked, but if you would, I guess I could make it for you with my noun hook. It's lovely. It was really nice to work with. Perfect for this yarn. So just let me know in the comments below what you think, if you've tried hooks from yarn as a second language again, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Y'all take care. Bye-bye.